only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Tonight, we wind up Week 5.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't find my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Vikings at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And quite frankly, there wasn't a whole lot to draw on in the loss last week because they were dominating every phase of the game. You got to hope that they show a little more life in this one because they certainly didn't have it in their last outing.
third down. Dalvin Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
He's brought down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
But Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield now. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. First down, here's the run with Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
Mayfield on play action. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Mayfield.
Second and 9.
He'll find Thielen work in the middle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Carolina.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. Well, the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw, Mayfield. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Mayfield off the play fake. That is caught by Thielen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 30 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Pulls it in at the 13. Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second and 4. He'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
11 yards and a Panther first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
97 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
There's Trumbull, the tight end.
They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner, look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Panthers 10, Vikings 7.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Second and 8 coming from the 19.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Mayfield.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Mayfield on first down.
His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And again, it's Mayfield.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
10 more yards. Complete to Justin Jefferson. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 inches at the Panthers' 26-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
107 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's got some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. He hits more.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's Jacobs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run it with Jacobs, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And the Panthers have recovered.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Carolina, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle.